So this is the signal conditioning software, or an example of the signal conditioning software that I've made in Max MSP. So here you can see the raw signal coming in, and as you can see, it's quite noisy. I have two little controls here. One of them's the gain, so I can just make that signal louder. And the other one's the DC offset, or basically it allows me to center the signal in the middle, so that you haven't got sort of this happening, depending on where the signal generally is in the plant, you can sort of center it. And then here you have differential readings, which I would use sometimes. Now, differential readings work pretty much similar way to an XLR cable, or driven right leg circuit as it's known. So it's one way of reducing noise. You put a signal going one way, and you put the same signal coming back the other way, but without the signal you want on it. So the only thing the cable coming back will have on it is the noise. So when you invert those two signals together, the noise cancels itself out. So that's phase cancellation, and it just leaves you with the pure signal. Exactly the same way an XLR cable works in audio, but this is another way you can clean up signals in plant electrophysiology. This here is a filter. So basically you can see where exactly the filter's filtering. There's like a center frequency there, and you can basically filter out noise that you don't want, or focus in on one particular frequency that you do want. So if I filter out some of the noise by turning this filter down, you can see that I'm getting a much purer signal here. So a lot of this kind of frizziness, which could just be exterior noise, can be reduced. And again, I've got the ability to control the gain and center it, so I can really home in on more interesting things than just background noise. So if I turn, so that's one of the ways that you can filter the signals. And obviously, if you did want to home in on a much higher frequency, you could just change this to band pass. You can change the Q if you want, and then you can sort of go and have a look at different frequency bands and see if there's any activity in those.